Hello, what's up everyone? Gids here for another Chronicles video, and you might be wondering why I'm near a fishing spot right now. You'll see later why. But we are here to talk about the new updates that just dropped today, November 30, 2023. And it's actually a lot, so stick around. First thing to talk about, because I think this is going to be huge, is the new Affinity System over here. So it's basically you giving gifts to the monsters, and these monsters will have affinity levels from level 0 until level 5, and each level will give you a reward. So basically, getting to affinity level 1 will give you 50k gold. Affinity level 2 will allow you to change book effects. Okay? Book effect for your monsters. So this is actually very useful for monsters that have secondary book effect that doesn't make sense. I already have mine for Ragdoll right here. Ragdoll now has your HP plus crit damage instead of HP and accuracy. So if you're wondering how it works, so if you're going to the book over here, I have a level 5 book over here, and you'll see I'm at crit damage. You can just select effect 1 and effect 2. So effect 1 increases your accuracy, which is not really that good. So preferably go to effect number 2 right here. It's the same thing for my Chow right now. So Chow has now 20% crit damage, 20% extra crit damage instead of the 20% extra accuracy that I don't think Chow ever needs. Alright? So this is the new Affinity System. So if you're curious how to do it, well, basically you're just gonna give them like something like their favorite food. So each monster will have their own like favorite food over here, and you're basically just going to cook them or buy them from the exchange centers. Right? So yeah, it's also going to give you like different values. Well, you can see here, this gives 8,600 affinity value. And for others, this is like 9,800 value, right? For this one, this is 25k. Like what? Right? That's a lot. That's actually a lot. 25,000. That's pretty good. Okay, so if you have monsters that likes made dish, then it's going to be very easy to level them up. Right? There are other ways to level up affinity as well. You can actually level up your affinity just by farming AFK farming in the field, or using them in dungeons, or sending them out to explorations through the exploration lizardman in towns and also in the guild town. Okay? So those are the ways to increase affinity. So there are a lot over here. There are also other bonuses that you can get from monsters, like 4-star monsters, like the 4-star Martial Cat or Wind Martial Cat over here. Because I'm pretty sure once you get these guys to level 5, affinity level 5, you will be unlocking missions for their transformation. Or transformation potions. Transformation potions are something similar to what we had in the Halloween. Was it a Halloween event, or was it this one? I think this one is from the anniversary event, actually, not Halloween event. But yeah, you'll basically have transformation potions, but for other monsters now, and there are various effects such as fishing speed increase, mining speed increase, gathering speed increase for those elements. Next big thing that we have is when you go to your bag, okay, menu and then bag, you'll see here you can actually access the storage, which is cool, right? You can access the storage without actually going to the storage, and that's not actually what I wanted to show you. It's this one, this new thing right here. It's called the Magic Tech. Okay, Magic Tech actually lets you destroy or dismantle any of the random items that you have in your inventory in exchange for, what do you call this, crystallines. Okay, for example, here I'm gonna be dismantling this food right here because I don't need it, and it's gonna give me 150 crystallines. Okay, and melt it. Okay, after melting, you have an option here. Second option for alteration. Alteration basically gives you random rewards based on this list right here, based on the level of your magic tech. So my magic tech right now is level 3. So my rewards will be this one, level 2 to level 3. So it's possible for me to get any of these items, and if we get great success, we'll be able to get spellbooks, purple spellbooks or galaxy stones, and the other stuff over here. I think the goal here is to try to get to level 4, level 5, or maybe even level 6 for your magic tech in order to get some good rewards later on. But of course, level 6 is hard. But if you can rush till level 4, then why not? So yeah, we also have this thing, this new currency called a mana fuel that recharges. I don't know how long, but you can recharge them for 300 crystals for 5 times a week, I think. So you have a limit of five times a week for 300 crystals. Okay. So it's going to regen, and there are also various effects here per level on your magic deck. Okay. So at level 4, you're going to be expanding random alteration reward, and at level 5, mana fuel storage by 30. So I already increased this by 20 by getting this one to level 3, or my magic deck to level 3. Okay, so right now we only have random alteration, and this re-alteration is not yet available. Pretty sure this is just a re-roll in the future. Basically, if you're going to try to do alteration, it's going to cost you 2,000 of these things, crystallines right here, and it's also going to cost you one of these things, mana fuels right here. So we're gonna do 9 alterations, and boom, these are the rewards that I got. So these are a lot of free stuff that you're going to be using for crafting or alchemy, right? Pretty good stuff over here. So yeah, it's a good way to actually melt down stuff that you don't need. And if you actually want to farm for it, I think one of the easiest things that we can do or we can farm for is the XP potions. These things. So you can just spam Path of Training and get a lot of these mana potions. I think Chronicles Farmer already made a video of this before, preparing people to do this, but of course I did not prepare for it. So I'm poor as heck and will not be able to reach level 4 just yet. Although it's actually quite hard to get to level 4 because this requires you like, how much? It's like 5 XP per random alteration, so that's 100. 100 more alterations over here, but no need to rush. Take your time. These are resources, like these are kind of free resources if you can actually mine infinitely. But one more thing, if you can actually mine infinitely, I think I heard someone say that the yarns are a much better way to do this, right? So that's like 20, that's like 100 each. And how do you craft it? I think you can just process yarns, right? Oh, it's still pretty expensive actually. But if you have the patience to actually mine all day, gather all day, then probably do this one, right? Next up, that is incoming, which is not yet in the game, but we see the information on it already, is the new equipment, Season 2 Hero Raid. So there's a lot of new stuff over here. Pretty sure this is going to change up the meta, but let's see how it's actually going to change it. Okay, so these are the new Season 2 Mythic accessory equipments that's coming up December 4th. I think it's going to open up. Okay, so the first set here of accessories is Trace of Wave. This is basically going to let you restore destroyed HP of monsters whenever you recover them or whenever you heal those monsters. So actually pretty good. It's like you have the Light Paladin ability over here, but I'm not sure if it's going to be that good though. Although, you know, restoring destroyed HP is actually still pretty good, you know. Yes. Next up is Trace of Thunderstorm. So this is going to give you 5 starting mana. Like 5 starting mana when entering arena or siege battle. Like that's kind of very strong, no? That sounds really, really good. Especially, yeah, I think I want to test this one. I want to test this one with Frigate and then the Twins, maybe. And then there's a downside here where your mana regen speed decreases by 50% for the next 10 seconds. But 10 seconds is like a very short time where you will already be doing so much damage towards the enemy. So I think this is a pretty strong one. If you have Frigate, if you have Elenoa, monsters that decrease or monsters that you want to spam skills, like right at the beginning of the fight, then I think this one's pretty good. Take note, once people start transitioning to the Season 2 accessories, there might not be people running the Moon Legacy set anymore, and there's not gonna be initial immunity for people in Arena. So, who knows what's going to happen. Anyways, next one we have Breaching Shield. So Breaching Shield is basically letting your monsters um this is basically letting your monsters strip shields and invincibilities for 35% before each skill attack. So they're stripping before they're dealing damage. So this one's actually pretty good. Especially I think for multi-hit monsters. Right? If you pick who's this? Panda. This is pretty good for Panda, right? Damage per second monsters like Panda, probably Chow as well. Right? If you have the Breaching Shield ability or Breaching Shield set, this sounds really, really good. Okay, so I think for Season 2, two choices, Trace of Thunderstorm or Breaching Shield. And the last one here, I did not want to read it because it said damage dealt by summoner, but oh well. But it also said damage by monsters. But the thing is, it's only with basic attacks and only when you have attack speed up. So there's so many conditions here. If you're playing Water Soleta, there's probably a way you can make this work. Or if you're playing archers, magical archers. But yeah, this is very conditional and I don't think it's pretty fun to play. Well, if you really have the setup for it, then why not? It sounds okay. I mean, you get increased damage, right? Increased damage, so that might be good. Water Kina with the pre-level 70 ability might be good as well if you want to try it. So I don't know. There might be experiments that could go on with this one if I don't get lazy and try to farm them. Next thing here, of course, Sun Legacy and Moon Legacy is going to be nerfed now. So they're not gonna be in season. So they're going to be, or their effects are now going to be a little bit worse than before. But still, Moon Legacy with 5-second immunity at the start of the fight, I think is still very, very strong. I'm not sure if it's going to be strong enough to be compared with Season 2 accessories. So time will tell. As soon as these things drop, we'll see what's going to happen with the meta. So if you scroll down here, you can actually convert your Season 1 glory coins into Season 2. So if you can farm more of these coins right here during this season, then why not? Next up is Arena Shop. It's not a huge change, but for transmogrification, there's now a tab for transmog. And it's actually much cheaper now. It's now 2,500. I remember these things costing 10k. I'm not sure for people who bought. Is it going to be who bought the costumes before already? Is it refunded? Are your coins refunded? I mean, I don't know because I haven't bought any yet. We also have a new craftable costume. So if you go to your dress room, there's going to be a new costume here, which is the Great Pirate Captain set, which is definitely easily craftable with just tough leathers and altered leathers if you have them, because I don't. Next up, for exchange pieces, it's now possible for you to see pieces for paladins here in exchange shop. So let's try to look for one. No, it's not gonna show up. It's not gonna show up. How much crystals am I gonna use? No. Oh, it's not showing up. Are they here or not? I don't know. Anyways. Okay, that's pretty much it for the updates. But we have new events as well. So we have new events over here. This is a login event for sure. And then things that you can get from energy, spending energy and the usual stuff, dailies. Then we have this thing right here where you can get rewards, a lot of good rewards, and this thing, Ice Crystal Gift Wrap, which you are going to use for this. So Summoner's Gift, and this is where you can get Dragon Balls. And there are also shiny Dragon Balls. So where are you going to use the Dragon Balls over here? Basically going to be in this shop right here. So you can redeem your Dragon Balls for these good stuff right here. So definitely you might want to prioritize Devilmons, Refining Catalyst, Summons, and then these are the transform potions that I've been talking about earlier. I don't think it's a priority. There's also crystals, energy here. Energy pretty good for sure. And then we have unlimited exchange for gold later on once you have farmed everything. Okay, this is going to last 41 days, so no need to rush again. But you know, if you want the resources ASAP, then go ahead and rush. Okay, and then if you get shiny Dragon Balls from the Summoner's Gift, you can redeem them over here. If you get to complete 7, you'll be able to get a Transcendence Scroll right here. And we also have, I think, Arena Wheel. So if you've been saving a lot of arena tickets, this is the time to use it. A lot of good stuff that you can get here as a bonus just for doing your arena. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the update today. I'm gonna go back to fishing. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the fishing. You need to do fishing because there's a lot of stuff if you haven't been fishing for a while. There are stuff that you might need for redeeming the Dragon Balls that might require fish that you don't have. So yeah, better be prepared. Alright, that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. See you again next time. Bye bye.